What's going on, everybody? Hope you're all having a fantastic day today. Now, ladies and gentlemen, as we already know, the community has been just in a really rough spot right now with XDefiant. Once they went ahead and announced in the brand new update that they were going to basically, increase the mastery camos, a lot of people didn't really enjoy that. They've been getting a lot of negative backlash. But luckily for us, in the XDefiant community, we are actually listened to. Again, don't get me wrong, Sledgehammer Games, you guys are doing a phenomenal job with, answering stuff with your community and changing up the game, but let's be real here. XDefiant has been like this since day one, and we haven't had to fight for it, we haven't had to beg for it, we haven't had to do anything for it. And a lot of people were worried that this was going to be the beginning of when, obviously the fall off of their communication with their community, but nope. Mark Rubin is right back at it, giving us the best information that we could possibly get to kind of settle down the overall community. But of course, ladies and gentlemen, before we go ahead and dive deep into the commentary, if you guys do enjoy what you hear today, don't forget subscribing and hit that bell. We post daily here at 8 in the morning Eastern time. And if you guys are interested in any of my live streams, I'll be live today trying out the brand new update as well for XDefiant. Guys, don't forget, TDM is dropping today. So I want to see if, that's going to be any fun in XDefiant. I don't know, it's team deathmatch, nothing really too crazy, but with all the abilities and, how the game is so objective-based, I'm curious to see how people actually play team deathmatch in this game. And who knows, it might be some more updates within this, this drop here with TDM that we could discuss and talk about. So, if you guys want to see my impressions live and in action, go over to my Twitch channel. We'll be live between 12 to 1 p.m. Eastern time. And you can find a link to that channel down in the description of this video. All right, now, ladies and gentlemen, like I was saying earlier, this isn't the Call of Duty community, baby, okay? This is the XDefiant community, and over here, the community is always listened to. Our feedback is always taken into consideration, and we are always a part of the process when it comes to this game. Again, a lot of people were stressed and worried that this was going to be a final decision, even though Mark Rubin clearly said in his previous post that he was going to, well, not just him, but the overall dev team were going to keep an open mind to obviously what they did, the changes, and they wanted everybody to give it a shot a little bit just to test it out. But if the community doesn't like it, they will own up to their mistakes and resolve it in a different way. They said that 1010%, and again, you already know what the community is like. They always jump to conclusion and just, blah, 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 instead of just settling down and just, stating what they like, what they don't like, giving their feedback, and then obviously moving forward from there. It's okay, though. I would say, at least on this channel, I see it on live channels as well. I'll be real with you guys. Content, when it comes to content on YouTube and streams, it seems like the communities that a lot of these people are building nowadays are phenomenal around this game. It's a lot of positive individuals, a lot of people that want to see this game succeed, and a lot of people who don't really push the devs too hard, So I can't say everybody, but man, it's still so many people on social media. Like I said, even to the response, to the main tweet that Mark Rubin put out, responses to that are just coming at his neck, even though he's very, specifically saying that if they are wrong, they will own up to it and change things. Still, it's just sometimes the community overreacts. But Mark Rubin put out a new tweet saying, "Hey all, just wanted to let you know that we have been listening to all of the feedback around progression, and we have some changes coming. Details coming when I have more info." Now, I gotta be honest with you, I really hope that this information is going to be coming today when this video goes live on Friday with the TDM update. I don't know, I just hope that they give us a little something. And honestly, I feel like that is where the majority of the negativity came from the community within this update. Even though I'm saying I wish we were settling down a bit, I can understand some of the frustration because for the first time in a long time, the community was left in the dark with this update, Typically, they are really on top of it. They, if this was previously, they would have probably told everybody a week ahead that they're going to do a change like this so people could actually be prepped and mentally prepared. But this was just kind of dropped on everybody, One day you're going to bed, you're level 99, you're about to get gold, and then you wake up and you see you have to grind to level 200 now, and you're sitting there thinking, oh my god, what the heck just happened? And it wasn't really any clear, explanation for this. They just said they upped the XP rate for the weapons, and to kind of balance this, since obviously the mastery grind goes off of weapon XP as well, they upped those levels too. But it wasn't really, it didn't settle too well with the community, and people were not too happy with it. So I will say that maybe being a bit more straightforward when changes like this are done would be phenomenal in the future. Again, me, I don't mind being patient. I've been patient with this game since day one. I've been following this game forever through all the alphas, all the betas, and I've been always saying, take your time. They could have postponed this game another year, and I would probably still be here enjoying this title. I mean, it's just simply what it is. I like XDefiant. But, for a lot of other people, I think that would be the best way of mellowing out, the mass majority of the community instead of just dropping bombs like this out of the blue. But what do I personally want to see out of, some of these changes here? Again, this is just all opinion-based. I want to see what you guys got to say down in the comments section. I always love the people who go down in the comments and say, oh my god, this guy is so egotistical. He just only wants his opinion to be heard. This is such a load of crap, man. Anybody can make a YouTube channel and give their own personal opinions. I don't know what anybody expects out of this. I mean, did you guys expect me to give other personal opinions? No, I'm giving you guys my opinion, and then you guys can go down in the comment section and leave yours, so on and so forth, blah, blah, blah. You guys get the idea. But when it comes to this, I'm hoping that one of two things I want to see happen here. Number one being a decrease in, obviously the mastery camo levels, maybe a reduction down to 150 for gold. I think that would be the perfect middle ground. Again, I understand why they wanted to do this initially, right? It's a free-to-play game. It's going to be out for years. We're not even in season 1. We're literally in the preseason, and probably over half the community at this, well, no, I'm not going to say that. Not over half the community, but a great portion of the community probably have a ridiculous amount of gold guns. So I could definitely understand why they wanted to increase the mastery camo rate a little bit to match the XP that you were gaining every single round now currently for the weapons. But obviously the math between the two made no logical sense. It wasn't logical whatsoever to have such a massive increase for mastery camos compared to the XP gains that you were getting for attachments. So number one, I would like to see just an initial reduction to make it a tad bit easier to obtain. Again, I don't mind a grind, and I think a grind is good when you have a game that's trying to last all these years. That would be phenomenal. So maybe a reduction. Number two, actually, there's 3 points. Number two, I would like to see maybe some more camos thrown into the mix. It's ridiculous how many camos are wasted on the battle pass and through these Twitch drops and all this garbage. I don't want to be offensive, but really, the camos in this game have been something diffy. And I'll be real, I feel like Season 1 is going to really change that up. It's going to be fantastic. But the amount of plain green and plain purple and plain blue that I see scattered throughout these paid battle passes and these paid products and skins in the store, I mean, I think I even saw a plain blue for what, like $8 almost? That's absurd. These skins should literally be grindable within the game. You're telling me just a base paint that is a single solid color cannot be grindable within the game? I think that would be phenomenal for in-between ranks to give us a little bit more of a grind and incentive, People who already grinded up to level 100 and got gold. Like, why would they even want to grind up to 200? The only reason they would want to grind up to 200 is to be prepped for the next mastery camo that drops so they can be a bit closer. But it just feels like such a tedious grind because you don't earn anything in between. It's not like at the end goal of 200 you're going to get something and then the next goal is unlocked. No, you go to 200 and you wait for the next mastery camo to come out and then you got to grind even longer to get the next one. It's just like, it just feels pointless at times, I think. I feel like a lot of these plain camos could have been easily incorporated into this grind to make the, experience a tad bit better. And then number three, the third thing, and I think this is the most likely thing I would love to see, is basically connecting OBJ score to your weapon progression. This right here, I think, would resolve everything. They would not need to touch the mastery camos. They wouldn't have to touch anything. If they just allow us to gain more XP in match for grinding out your weapons, I think it would be a good balance. I mean, I could already almost rank up my gun 2 times a match sometimes, depending on how high the level it is. And, if I can actually get OBJ score to equal up to weapon XP, not only would that encourage more people to actually play OBJ in this game instead of going off into Yaya land and doing whatever the heck they want, but for a lot of players who can frag out and play a ton of OBJ, weapon progression is going to be through the roof. I can see even 3 to 4 ranks every single time I progress with this current system that we have in place. And then on top of that, when we have a double XP weekend, it'll be close to 8 ranks. And then on top of double XP weekend, if you have tokens, you could stack those tokens for a 4 times, XP rate, probably close to 10, freaking ranks a game almost, I can imagine. That's insane. You would only have to play basically 10 matches at that rate to be able to get, to the next level. That right there would be the best solution, in my opinion, mixed with maybe adding some more camos into the mix here, because there really isn't anything to grind, and it's so many simple camos that could be implemented in to please that player base. For me personally, I don't mind just playing the game. I think the game is phenomenal. Like I said, since the alphas, betas, I've been able to grind it easily just simply playing the game itself. But there are people out there who love a grind, and I feel like a lot of these camos could be introduced into the mix. But I think think a mix of adding more camos in between ranks to, give rewards for people grinding still, with a mix of rewarding players for playing OBJ with weapon XP would be the ultimate combo to resolve everything here. Now, again, I don't know if that's going to be the solution. I don't know what they have planned. Who knows? Again, this is all opinion-based. That's all YouTube is. Any YouTuber you watch is stating their opinion, and that is literally it. So, that's all I can provide for you guys. But I think those would be fantastic solutions. But of course, I would love to know what you guys think down in the comment section. Seriously, line them all up. What do you think is the best method that could possibly encourage players to want to come back and grind without it being such an easy grind to complete? If they really did, if they reduced it back to 100, I would easily be able to max gold on all these weapons. Easily. No problem at all. So I think there needs to be a little middle ground for an increase of XP towards, weapon attachments and the mastery camo. But the current system they have in place is not the one. But of course, with a little work and obviously community feedback, we can make this system absolutely perfect. But ladies and gentlemen, as always, if you enjoyed today's video, leave a like. If you hate it, leave a dislike. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell. We post daily here at 8 in the morning Eastern time. And like I said earlier, if you guys wanted to catch my live stream today, I'll be live on Twitch between 12 to 1 p.m. Eastern time. You guys can find a link to that channel down in the description of this video. But as always, thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you all on the next one. Peace out.